Welcome back to another episode of ShadeTV. My name is Marissa Hill, and today we are going to be looking at the Nike Readymade collab that was done on the BLAZER mids. Let's take a quick look. Welcome back to another unboxing and review. If you are new to the channel, do not forget to smash that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up at the end. It means the world to the channel, as well as pretty please leave me comments or questions down below if you have any. Also hit that notification bell because we have a ton of heat coming out that I don't want you guys to miss out on. Seriously, ton of heat coming out this week. It's going to be a big one. Also, click that join button. We've got a ton of membership perks that you guys are definitely going to want to check out, as well as our merch store. We've got some great items on there, so when you get a chance, be sure to check out that store. Today we are going to be talking about none other than the Nike and the Readymade collab that was done on the BLAZER mids. This is a crazy shoe. I can't wait to dive into the overview on this. After that, we're going to talk about how these shoes fit. Then I'm going to talk about how I styled these. This is an insanely colorful and vibrant shoe. Definitely people were stopping on the streets when I was shooting these. It is a look at me colorway. And also just the shape of the BLAZER and how they kind of deconstructed it definitely is a showstopper. So after styling, we are then going to conclude with how these shoes are doing on the resale market. So let's jump into the overview. As you guys know, these shoes sold out extremely fast. These were very limited. I don't know if most people kind of thought there was going to be a larger stock amount, but unfortunately these went immediately in seconds. I took an L on sneakers, but I managed to get these from another store. So I'm so blessed to be able to give you guys the overview of this. The BLAZER did actually release in two different colorways. It was the white and the black. I potentially may be getting the white ones. I haven't decided yet, but I do love the black over the white if I have to choose between the two. The black just definitely, I feel like, has more of a pop than the white does, especially with that bright orange swoosh that's kind of layered on top of that. So let's get into the full look of the shoe. We're going to start with the toe box region on the upper half of the sneaker. So this is definitely some nice rubberized material, and on the under layer of this, it's almost kind of like a fleece material. It's very soft. Kind of feels like a little teddy bear. I love rubbing it.
Go on.
And that's kind of got this marbled coloring effect going on. As we make our way up the tongue, you'll see that there is a camouflage inspired pattern that goes all the way to the top of the tongue, and then it actually starts to wrap around on the sides of the collar and then back onto the heel. It's a nice different kind of effect, this camo print. I love that it's kind of more subdued in this gray and cream color tone. When we look at the laces, which is extremely crazy about this, is there is actually 3 different types of laces in this shoe. Take a look at that. Like, how crazy is that? So this basically is giving this hatch, very layered effect. And I love that there's 3 different types of lace colors. But if you didn't have enough color, you got another option. We've got some bright neon laces that you can actually add in here if you want a little more pop. So let's take a look at this first portion of the shoe, then we'll get into the side panels. right, so now let's get into the side panels. We've got some different layers, some different fabrics, starting with this swoosh that is in this bright neon orange colorway. You'll notice that this is a thinner and longer swoosh than we're used to seeing. This actually goes back to the logo in the archives from a 1971 design, which is pretty crazy that they brought that back, but I do love this look. It really makes this shoe very different. For some reason, when I saw the coloring scheme of this shoe too, it kind of reminded me of an Off-White collab, even though it's not. Also kind of a mixture of Sacai's designs that we've seen on her collaborations that she's done with Nike. Then we've got some under layers of this black texture, and we've got some suede also on the side, which is quite nice, and that's layered on top of that black paneling. As we kind of go towards the heel of this, you'll see that there's actually some more of that wool material that's soft underneath that swoosh. Wrapping around to the heel portion of the shoe, you'll see that there's the Readymade branding on the back. And then we've got a just simple black pull tab and some deconstruction going on the collar as well as the top of that tongue. And it looks like we've got just a Readymade white insole on the bottom. So let's take a look at those new features on the shoe. To the shoe's midsole. So this midsole was actually created out of clay molds, and it looks like they actually went through a couple processes till they got it right so that the side profiles looked appropriate. This is a crazy molding. I mean, it's nice and bumpy. It's got a different shape. They really deconstructed the BLAZER and made it kind of their own, gave it its own personality. So it does look a little bit longer as far as size. I was actually worried that this was going to be too large on my feet, but it's just kind of this extension of the mold that they created for that midsole of the shoe. And it's in a nice, just simple cream colorway. So then when we move to the bottom of the shoe, you guys are going to see that this is really kind of making a nod to the Japanese brand's background in the fact that they love to upcycle materials. So this is actually 15% recycled material from shoes that Nike otherwise would have just thrown away and it would have gone to waste. And they've compiled that to create the outsole of the shoe. Kind of reminds me of the space hippies in the coloring scheme here, but it is nice to know that they kept with, you know, the whole eco-friendly recycling strategy of really recreating and reusing all those materials that could have been wasted and putting it on the bottom of the outsole, which anyways, you're going to get this area dirty anyways. So I do like that they decided to put it on the outsole just because, you know, it doesn't even look as dirty as it probably is because of the coloring scheme there with all that recycled material. All right, so let's talk about Yuta Hosokawa, the designer of Readymade. So he actually started playing basketball around 3rd grade, and the first shoe that he purchased was actually a Nike shoe. So not only did he come from this background of athletics, but also the fact that he fell in love with the brand at such an early age, and that kind of signaled to him, you know, this new kind of direction into the fashion realm, and that's kind of how he got started. So it's really cool to see the designer's background and how Nike really influenced him, and seeing that kind of go full circle to where he was able to then do a collaboration with Nike, and he really did a great job, I think, with just coming out with just a very unique look on the shoe. He really changed the look of the BLAZER blazer, and I just love the aftermath of what it looks like. So let's take a final look at this shoe. All right, so let's get into sizing. I have not actually owned a pair of blazers, but I did decide to just stick true to size. I'm happy that I did that. There is a little bit of extra space in the blazer, but I don't mind that. Again, I do have high arch, narrow feet. Just so you guys have an idea as far as what foot type I have, because that will depend also as to what size will work best for you. But on this one, I would say stick true to size. All right, now let's move into styling. This was such a fun shoe to shoot. There's just so many different colors going on aesthetically, and it was really easy, honestly, to style this. So for the first look, I decided to do an all gray look, starting with my NASA hoodie that I'm wearing here. And I paired that with just some gray sweatpants. There's a lot of gray hues going on with this camo, so I felt like the grays just really worked well with the camo in this specific coloring scheme. I then layered that with just a thick black coat because, oh my God, it was freezing outside today. It's another 20-degree day. But obviously there's black hues in this, and so I think the blacks and the grays just really worked well in that first look.
Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Yeah. I hear him chat to the noise. Move too quick, can't stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the boys. Man so tough, but mans keep walking. Just too sharp with the prize. White girls let it tell me I'm awesome. Yeah. Hot like fire on the pan. If you wanna touch man, please use caution. Cold like 0 degrees. I'm out the cage, gotta let out the beast. Revolutionary, gotta let out the streets. Locked in a cage, I'ma let out the. Wake up, get out the sheets. We came for one man, forget my peace. You take the west, I'll take on the east. I'ma put
For the second look, which was kind of my chilliest look, I think, of the three, I decided to wear a windbreaker jacket by Nike, and it has this kind of same neon yellow colorway going on there. I layered that with a just simple black hoodie underneath, and for the pants, those are Fura pants. Those are also windbreakers that have these cute little bows at the end, but I do like the black and neon yellow aesthetic, so that was for the second look.
I'ma put him in the cage, never let out the. I hear him chat to the noise. Move too quick, can't stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the boys. Man so tough, but mans keep walking. Yeah, just too sharp with the prize. White girls let it tell me I'm awesome. Yeah, hot like fire on the pan. If you wanna touch man, please use caution. Beg, please get on your knees. Came from the jungle, up in the trees. I got a few tricks up in the sleeve. One wrong move, I'ma let out the. Big shoes, check out the crease. Blow like I'm Bigfoot, step on the beat.
And for the last and final look, I wanted to pull from the orange coloring scheme off of this shoe. So I wore an off-white hoodie. I paired that with Vetements jacket in black and green. Different kind of green, but still kind of has like some of the same neon effects to it. And then for the bottoms, I wore my Rick Owens pants, and that was just some simple plain black cargo pants. For that look, I just think that the orange hues just really pulled quite nicely from the accents on this colorway.
Make a man's run till he step out the cleats when the whole place scream, gotta get out the. Yeah, I hear him chat to the noise. Move too quick, can't stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the boys. Man so tough, but mans keep walking. Yeah, just too sharp with the prize. White girls let it tell me I'm awesome. Yeah, hot like fire on the pan. If you wanna touch man, please use caution. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that.
So you guys let me know at the end in the comments below, what was your favorite look of the three?
I already know better. 24K, got nothing on me. Make you want it forever. Try to play a game, but you don't play for keeps. Messing with a girl from the east side, yeah. Kinda love you, wanna build your dreams on, yeah. But I already know better. I'm a go-getter and I got me, I'm good. I'm head over shoes on hardwood. For me, you know I wrote the book. I'm moving along from somebody wrong, so go ahead. Tell me all the ways you miss it. How you want me back in your bed. But I'm not around for hearing you out, I gave you too much honestly, and you closed the door. Now you're calling me, but I don't need you anymore. Yeah, I already know better. 24K, got nothing on me. Make you want it forever. Try to play a game, but you don't play for keeps. Messing with a girl from the east side, yeah. Kinda love you, wanna build your dreams on, yeah. But I already know better. I'm a go-getter and I got...
All right, now let's get into Resale. All right, so the black and white blazers both retailed for $160. We'll start with a white one because it's not doing as well as the black colorway. And that is going between $230 to $375 depending on your size. The black is going between $300 to $400. So for resellers out there, this is actually very much a good profit in that end, but it is quite expensive if you are looking to buy these on the resale market. I will say overall, this is just an extremely unique shoe, very limited. And one of the parts that I forgot to mention is actually the box. The box has total graffiti all over it. It's got kind of this worn out, beaten effect on the top, as well as this no public use notice on the side. We've got Readymade as well on the side there. So they did a very good job making this kind of look like this rundown, beaten down box. Overall, just a great shoe in my opinion. So again, you guys, thanks so much for tuning in to one of my unboxings and reviews. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and hit that button down below, as well as give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already. Be sure to hit me in the comments down below, no need to be shy, as well as hit that notification bell because we have a ton of heat coming out that I don't want you guys to miss out on. Also, check out that join button. We have a ton of membership tiers that I would love for you guys to see, as well as check out our merch store. All right, until next time, this is ShadeTV. My name is Marissa Hill. We will see you on the next video.